Forging a Nation, the Treaty of Paris and the Constitution. The war officially ended with the signing of the Treaty of Paris on September 3, 1783. This treaty formally recognized the United States as a sovereign and independent nation, established its boundaries stretching to the Mississippi River, and secured fishing rights off the coast of Newfoundland. With independence secured, the challenge shifted to forming a stable and effective government. The initial governing document, the Articles of Confederation, proved to be too weak, creating a loose alliance of states with limited central authority. Recognizing these shortcomings, delegates from the states gathered again in Philadelphia in 1787 for the Constitutional Convention. Over several months, these visionary leaders, including James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and Benjamin Franklin, debated and drafted a new framework for government. The result was the United States Constitution, a revolutionary document that established a strong federal system with a clear separation of powers among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. It also created a system of checks and balances to prevent any one branch from becoming too powerful. After heated debates and compromises, the Constitution was ratified by the states in 1788 and went into effect in 1789. The subsequent addition of the Bill of Rights in 1791 further guaranteed fundamental individual liberties, solidifying the principles upon which the new nation was founded. The creation of the United States was a profound act of political innovation and a testament to the enduring human desire for liberty and self-governance. It laid the groundwork for a nation that would grow to become a global power, continuously grappling with its founding ideals and the evolving definition of we the people. The American Revolution and Declaration of Independence. In 1774, delegates from 12 of the 13 colonies convened the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia to address their grievances. While initially seeking redress of wrongs and greater autonomy within the British Empire, the mood rapidly shifted toward complete independence. The American Revolutionary War officially began on April 19, 1775, with the shot heard round the world at the battles of Lexington and Concord. As the conflict intensified, the Second Continental Congress met, assuming the role of a provisional government. Recognizing the need for unified leadership, they appointed George Washington as commander-in-chief of the newly formed Continental Army in June 1775. The idea of full independence gained momentum, fueled by impassioned arguments like Thomas Paine's influential pamphlet, Common Sense. Finally, on July 4, 1776, the Continental Congress unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence. This monumental document, primarily drafted by Thomas Jefferson, eloquently articulated the philosophical basis for their separation from Great Britain, proclaiming the unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and outlining a list of grievances against King George III. The war was a long and arduous struggle, with many setbacks for the fledgling American forces. However, crucial victories, such as the Battle of Saratoga in 1777, secured the vital alliance with France, providing much-needed military and financial support. The fighting ultimately culminated in the decisive siege of Yorktown in 1781, where the combined American and French forces forced the surrender of the British Army under Lord Cornwallis.
Early settlements and growing discontent. Before European arrival, the vast lands that would become the United States were home to diverse indigenous peoples with complex societies and cultures spanning millennia. European colonization began in earnest in the 17th century, with the English establishing a significant presence along the eastern seaboard. These initial settlements, like Jamestown in 1607 and Plymouth in 1620, gradually expanded, forming 13 distinct colonies, each with its own character and governments, but all under the ultimate authority of the British Crown. For over a century and a half, the colonies developed with a degree of autonomy, a period often referred to as salutary neglect. However, this began to change after the French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763. Great Britain, burdened with war debts, sought to exert greater control and extract revenue from its American colonies. This shift in policy led to a series of unpopular taxes and acts, such as the Stamp Act of 1765 and the Townshend Acts of 1767, which were seen by colonists as infringements on their rights as Englishmen, particularly the principle of taxation without representation. Tensions escalated dramatically. Events like the Boston Massacre in 1770 and the Boston Tea Party in 1773 became symbols of colonial resistance. The British response, including the punitive, intolerable acts of 1774, further inflamed revolutionary sentiment and pushed the colonies closer to open rebellion.